back with another episode of the On The Bench podcast. I am your host, Jay Dan.
We know who you are, mate.
We all know who you are now, mate. The whole world knows.
I knew this
who
was
you
coming,
are.
man.
Mr. Viral, Mr. I've Got a Dream.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's been good, man. Big up, Simon. Obviously, thank you for shining light on the podcast and trying to make the dream happen. Shout out all the people that's been showing love, commenting on the TikTok, sending DMs, saying they love the podcast, they love the show. Thank you guys. Big you lot, man. It's been crazy. Also, stop spamming Ian Wright's messages, please.
Do we mean that? Yeah, well, I mean, has he been in touch yet?
He hasn't contacted you, we haven't heard from him yet. So
we're saying like stop, but like, not stop, because obviously we're trying to do something here and he needs to come on the pod, right? Because that's the dream.
He needs to be sitting right here. Sorry, Tone, but you're going to get the boot when he's here. Get rid of him, Ian. Don't worry. He'll be off.
Mate, it's the dream.
We'll sub him off.
Yeah.
You'll be subbed off.
It'll come in January. Transfer window opens.
Transfer window's
There
a
you
good...
go, man.
Yeah.
Short-term loan.
Yeah.
Ian from Sky.
Yeah.
You got to make way for Ian. Listen, I'm sure he'll be in touch. He's a busy boy, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's a busy
I
boy.
reckon he'll definitely be in touch.
So when we say stop spamming him, just keep it to the hundreds of thousands of you guys rather than everyone. You know?
And not so like menacing. Like I'm seeing some of the messages. It's like, go on the pod, bro. When you're going on the pod, bruv. Like it's quite like people really want this to happen, and it's beautiful to see. The other question people been asking: have you quit your job yet?
I haven't. I'm still on the graph, still on the grind. I've also been doing extra work. Some of you lot might have seen a TikTok. We've been outside stadiums, getting interviews. We've got some content to film tomorrow.
Yeah.
Content to film.
Jordan's like, yeah, so what are you doing on Tuesday? And I'm like, yeah, I can be around. Like, what is it? He was like, yeah, so we got to go do some filming with some like alligators or something. So I'm asking no more questions, but all I know is that I'm in the showbiz now, and I'm just I'm riding the wave, man, and it's quite fun. Being along with, just tagging along with Mr. Viral over here, man.
So yeah, we're doing some crazy stuff.
But it's mad, mate. We're out and about, obviously, as you know, going to the stadiums, getting very cold, especially Wednesday night when we were at the Monaco game. And everyone recognises him. It's crazy. Like police officers going up to him, like, "Hey, you're the guy in the video with Simon Squibb." Like it's
Police
just
as well.
Yeah, police. Like, yeah.
Was like,
Our times.
I saw you.
He was
I
like,
saw your video. I was thinking, which one, mate?
Oh, that one. Yeah.
No, it's been a bit mad though, mate. Like being with you and the amount of people that have come up to you, and it's just great to see, man. So people want the dream to happen. So you hear that, Ian Wright. The dream is only complete with you coming on, and obviously we came up with a really good idea, didn't we?
Yeah.
Because Ian's going to do a solid and come on the pod, right? So we're like, what can we do for Ian? Because Ian's a man. He's done it all. He's got a lot of things, but one thing he doesn't have, and he should have,
is a statue outside the Emirates. So we've made a petition for Ian Wright to have a statue outside the stadium.
It's a bit mad he doesn't.
Yeah, it's crazy. Second highest goal scorer at Arsenal. Die-hard Arsenal.
Bleeds Arsenal.
Always winding up Mr.
Roy
Keane and Gary Boy.
and Frank as well.
But that's the thing about Ian Wright is like, you don't have to be an Arsenal fan to love him. Like he is a very likable character. So we're asking, we're reaching out. Please sign the petition. Change.org. We'll put a link in the bio and the description. Sign it. The guy deserves a statue. He's done a lot for the game. He's done a lot for the women's game as well. Like he's a real ambassador for the women's game. So no matter who you support, what football you're into, sign the ting.
No, I love Righty, man. Top
Sign
top
it,
Righty,
man.
Yeah, and also come on the pod, bruv. Come on, what are you doing?
More importantly.
But yeah.
And this one's especially for you, Ian, because you ain't replied yet.
Yeah.
That's for you, bro. It's love, really, though, man. You know I love you, bro, man. That's for you.
So I mean, let's talk about the Simon Squibb interview a little bit, because it's a bit mad. You were telling me when we were out and about that you weren't actually meant to be there that day.
Yeah, it's crazy. So what it was the guy I normally go out with, my brethren, he phoned in that day like sick or something. And when he normally comes in, he'll do that shop and I'll run around the corner and do another shop. But because he wasn't there, I've had to stay at that shop where I met Simon, basically. So he's come, because he was off, basically. That's how comes I get to see him. So
yeah, that's the universe. That's the universe, mate, telling us that we should be full-time professional pundits getting paid
100%.
lots of money, right?
The other thing I wanted to ask as well, because I know a lot of people are wondering, that video is genuine, isn't it?
Yeah, literally.
It wasn't planned. It wasn't. He didn't come up to you before. He just literally come up to you.
Literally.
That's the first thing I called you and said. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
I was like, "Is that real? Did that
I literally doing my delivery. Do you have a dream? And I was like, obviously, I'm so on the podcast anyway. I'm like, yeah, I got this football podcast. Of course I do. And he's like, okay.
You were quick, mate. You were quick. And you said, Ian Wright, you know exactly what you want. And
that's one of my, Ian Wright's is one of my dreams.
Yeah, no, me too. Like, we're a similar age and obviously both Gooners. And
all right, I don't know about, I'm not sure about that. You look like you're touching about 65, mate.
Mate, I got
you came across well in that video, though.
Yeah,
I will say that as well. Like, I like the little wave to Ian Wright. It was like proper, like, yo.
Yeah.
Yo, brother. I just share it's the band, innit? Yo, brother, from the same place, you know?
It's
love, man.
Yeah, can't wait for him to be sitting there, man. It's going to be great. So another thing. When's Simon coming on, by the way?
I'm not too sure yet.
He said he was going to come on, though.
He did say he wants to come on, but we'll see. Man.
We'll talk dreams and business, mate. Because we've been grafting. I hope he sees us. Like, you know, we've been out there, like
outside, man,
causing waves, haven't we? We've been outside and following the dream, as you know. That's what we want. So, I mean, tell us about how you started this pod, why you started the pod, like how long ago.
So the podcast started. We was all in a football group. Was you in a group in the beginning?
No.
Oh, it started just from a WhatsApp football group.
Yeah, so basically, some of the lads, we was in a WhatsApp group. We used to go at it, like, after games, Man United, man, just going at it, busting joke. And I said, yo, people need to see this, man. We're catching so much joke. It's energy, it's laughter. I said, let's just film one episode, put it out, and we'll take it from there. And then we filmed the episode. That's where you see that Thierry Henry and Zidane clip. That's the first clip we put out. That went viral. Like, it done 200,000 views in a day. Everybody was going crazy. And I said, okay. That was the sign.
I could get used to this attention.
No, that was a sign to say, okay, like, that's a good sign.
No, you keep getting signs. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
you know, like obviously on the day in Victoria Station where that interview took place, you weren't meant to be there.
No.
There was we kept on bumping into people when we were out and about this week, right? We kept on bumping into
so
kept on getting signs like there's just the universe wants this to happen. Like, this will be the biggest football podcast ever, won't it?
The fate is going to lead
you know
the
what?
statue outside the Emirates to you.
I'm going to bump into you, Ian. I'm going to see somebody. We'll just walk into each other like Westfield.
It's just going to happen.
Yeah.
That's just the way it's going for you. Like, at the moment, like it's just going to happen. So
it's crazy.
Bump into him outside Sky. I didn't know you work here.
Fancy seeing you in.
That's a good idea, isn't it? Fancy seeing you, Ian. Soccer Sunday or Saturday, wherever it's called.
Yeah, with a little camping tent outside.
Yeah, jokes, mate.
Yeah,
so,
man.
I mean, like, people probably want to know a bit more about you, but
Who do you want to ask, man? Try to fire away.
Well, I want the fans. Or maybe we'll do that. Like, we'll just get the fans to ask the questions now, because obviously we've covered the main questions, and I know you obviously wanted to use this pod to introduce the rest of the team and
cool.
get people a little bit more acquainted with the other lads.
Yeah, that's cool.
With like, our own very resident, like Roy Keane, Mr. Grumpy over there, for
Mr.
example.
Grumpy.
I imagine, Roy Keane levels.
Yeah, cool. We got a lot of new viewers, so maybe it'd be a good time to say who you are.
Reintroduce yourself.
Reintroduce yourself, your team. Who are you?
Frank, talk to Frank, or Frank if you prefer.
Frank.
Man United fan since I can remember.
Really?
Yeah, just a little bit. Since I can remember. I don't remember my life before Man United, to be fair. That's how long I've been a fan. Been a fan because my dad was a fan. Growing up, my dad was my hero. And everything that he'd done, I just wanted to copy. And obviously, he was a Man United fan from the 70s. I think Steve Coppell was one of his favourite players, actually. All of his pals were like Liverpool. They were all Liverpool fans. But he chose United because he read up about Munich and everything. And he became like, he just loved the club. And as I said, he loved the players that they had. Dennis Law, he loved. Steve Coppell, he loved. And as I said, growing up with him, he was so partisan. It was like red or dead kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Damn.
And I just started supporting United, and obviously when I was younger, I was getting called a glory hunter. I miss those days now. You know what I mean?
Can't be called that now, can you?
Yeah, you can't be called that now. But no, obviously I was fortunate enough to see us doing well throughout the 90s and the early 2000s. And look, being a football fan, no matter who you support, is an emotional roller coaster. You have your ups, you have your downs, you have your, I think as I've gotten older, I've learned to enjoy football more and more in terms of like, the FA Cup final last May against City.
What's that, your first trophy and how long now?
A year.
A year, because we won against Newcastle the year before that. So how about yourself?
Wait,
how about yourself?
Awkward.
I tried it, innit?
Play with fire.
You gotta try it. I'm just glad I wasn't here last week, mate, to actually give it to you, mate, because the way this guy was acting in the WhatsApp group, like he had won. Like you, the way you were going on at us about that Arsenal Man United game, you would have thought the guy would have won. He was going full on pep, mate. He proper like lost it, mate. And then I wasn't here last week.
No scratches, no. But yeah, no, like I mean, as I said, like football's just. If I could go back, this is me being completely honest, man. If I could go back, I wish I never got into football. Genuinely.
Serious, why?
As much as I love it, but I think it really plays with your mental health when things are down.
Yeah.
Try being an Arsenal fan.
Yeah, try being an Arsenal fan.
You guys have been alright for the last couple of years,
No, before.
mate.
Oh, now you're saying that. Okay, yeah, fine. What's not what you've been saying the last couple of weeks, mate? Now you're all nice. Now we got 300k followers on TikTok. Now you're like, oh, I'm the
No,
nice.
I've got to be humble now, innit?
Yeah, gotta be humble. Oh, yeah,
Pipe down
stay
a bit.
humble. I mean, do you not like I feel like what the video of ours that went viral was about like referee bias.
Yeah.
And I feel like ever since we've sort of like called it out, Man City, it's all gone wrong for Man City, innit? They've got a bit spooked, all the refs. Have you not noticed
I
like
missed
a
the spooky
direct?
button, innit? Because it
Have you
was
not-
attached to Man
Have
City
you not
now.
like noticed the direct correlation
100%.
since like David Coots like got like baited out, and since we on the bench called out, a little bit of funny business? It's all
gone a bit.
the refs have got a bit
tips up.
spooked, innit? And they've stopped giving them all the decisions. I don't know. It's just a
Apart from-
theory.
apart from
I'm not
yesterday,
saying
though.
Yeah, they
I'm
got
not saying
on
it's
yesterday.
true. I'm just saying it's just very
Very strange.
very strange.
We need the blue button, man.
Yeah.
Miss it, man.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Right, let's jump into Tone. So, jump in, Mr. Oh, no, wait a minute. The East Midlands Drake,
There we go.
a.k.a.
Just came out.
a.k.a.
No one knows my name apart from
Tony El Tony Bowl. You look like El Chapo.
Yeah.
No, it's not El Chapo. What's your name again?
Pablo.
Pablo,
Any-
Narcos.
Chapo,
You look
Don
like
Julio.
Narcos. Now, the East Midlands Drake.
Capto and Escobar.
Yeah, what,
What's going
so
on Friday? The Braves are coming back. You're going to call me like DeMarcus or something like that.
when did you get into football age and why did you support Liverpool, man?
I don't know what age, just young as I could have been, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been playing like since I was 6 or something. But
Mm.
who I support is weird because my whole family. So,
idiots.
firstly, for people that don't know, we're actually related.
We're not. Stop bagging it.
I
I don't know. You're like them long lost
He's never
cousin.
mentioned that before, you know what I mean? And now all of a sudden,
Long
all
lost
these followers.
long lost cousin. Nah, I'm only joking. It's my nephew. For real.
Yeah.
I'm not a millionaire yet, bro.
You're
Seriously.
calling me old, bro. You're calling me old, bro, and you got a nephew. Like,
He's trying to remind you on a podcast in case you forgot.
We're related.
bro,
Nah.
you've got an adult nephew, and you're calling me old.
My
man.
brother's old, bro.
Yeah.
Some old brother.
Let's move it.
Listen, you need to let me land. You need to let me land because I was
So
saying it
why are you not a
because.
gooner, bruv? What happened, man?
Well, this is what I was about to say. So
So they all support Tottenham. My
Yeah,
brother, my
all-
nephew.
Oh, okay,
All
well,
my
that's
die
good.
hard Tottenham
all
fans.
my
You've done
family
alright
are
then, innit?
Tottenham.
well, you've done all right. For goodness for that. Are you okay?
Yeah.
That's a close shave, bro.
I was a black sheep of the family, so I had to go along with being the black sheep and
Oh
support
wow, you were
Liverpool
that
growing
guy,
up.
yeah.
So
The
yeah, I don't
rebellion,
know
man.
how it came about or something. The story is because I used to live in America when I was like a baby, like early years, and apparently when I came back from America, I was supporting Liverpool.
Just
At
randomly.
like 3, yeah, something like that.
I know what. That's it.
So what year was that? Let's figure. Was it a bit of glory hunting? What year was it?
99.
99. Okay.
Man United's treble year.
So a bad year for Liverpool, yeah.
Oh.
So ever since then, I don't know. But
Okay.
then like
Yeah.
my brother's like, oh, my best mate's a Liverpool fan. He's like, oh, you support Liverpool because of him. And then my best mate's like, I think I support Liverpool because of you. So the origin story, no one really knows. It's sort of like, I don't know.
Just come about.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Sick.
This does get me thinking. Like, there must be like so many young kids in London that are like supporting Man City right now and not
They are.
knowing what
They
they're
are,
getting
they are.
themselves into, mate.
It's funny. I was doing a delivery in Paddington or somewhere like one of them train stations again, and I was like, "Who do you support?" He was like, "Man City." But he's old. He's about 20. I was like, "How do you support Man City, bruv?" He's like, "Just support Man City." But it's like the glory hunting days, I suppose.
Yeah.
Everybody's glory hunting.
I know
now.
one
They'll regret
City
that,
fan.
mate.
Well,
They're
yeah.
gonna get it in the WhatsApp
I'll see
chat
him
in a
next
few
time.
years'
Like, support
time,
Chelsea
mate.
now. He's gonna support Chelsea.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, let's
Right.
jump into Marco quickly. What about you?
What's my story, mate? Gosh,
Who are you?
where to
Mate,
start?
let me just
Yeah, I'm
introduce
the odd
you,
one
Mr.
out here,
Halftime,
mate.
Mr. Halftimer. Tell them about your
Yeah,
you
so
know?
my football thing is like I do niche football songs. Yeah, so like my claim to fame is I was 33-1 for Christmas number 1 in 2022 with the bookies with a song called "Coming Home for Christmas."
If anyone doesn't know about odds, if you put down a tenner, you lost a tenner. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't chart, by the way. That's the funny thing. But yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah, so just my life has just turned into like football ever since that. So that was a song about England going to the World Cup, which will get released again in 2034 because of the Saudi World Cup. If it's at Christmas, it's coming back for Christmas number 1.
Proper grey-hair grandkids in his lap releasing.
It's only 10 years away, mate.
How would you be, 75 by then?
Yeah, about that. But yeah, so like, yeah, done. That's how, yeah. So I'm the odd one out here because these Frank and Jordan are childhood friends. They go way back, playing 60 seconds back in the day.
Good old days, man.
And obviously these two are related. So the way I met the guy,
my family.
the way
No one wants to be unrelated to him more than me.
yeah.
He hates all these
Fair
families.
play.
My God, you carry on, Marks.
No, just the way it was weird because I saw an advert for On the Bench, and obviously like every single football, I was sending my song. I did a song for Gareth Southgate, which these guys love to rinse me about. The guy got us to 2 finals and a World Cup semi-final. No, but just show some respect. He's getting a knighthood actually, which I'm really pleased. Fair play,
that's
Gareth.
For what? Yeah, honestly.
For services to football in this country. He deserves it, mate. He's done well for us. So anyway, I sent a message, and you were like, "How did you hear about us?" Obviously, like doing, because you're on the ball.
Didn't
mate.
I message you?
Yeah, you messaged me. Yeah, saying.
No, I think I messaged you first.
Yeah, I messaged you. I messaged you first. Anyway,
I think I messaged you. Bro.
someone slid into someone's DMs,
Whoa.
and here we are, bro.
You're making presses red
And
button.
I haven't looked back.
Because here we are, bro.
And here we are. And yeah, so I mean that's what. Yeah, so who do I support? I'm a Gooner, and it's actually a really silly story. I could be a Man United fan right now because basically, I can't tell you. It's very, very young, very, very young. And me and a friend in a primary school in Fulham, year 1. Man United shiny sticker and an Arsenal sticker, and we were like, who should we support? Like, let's support
50-50.
them together, 50-50. And thank goodness I am not a glory hunter. I support a London club. I'm a massive Gooner. Gone away with the Arsenal many a time, over land and sea. And yeah, happy to be here. Happy to spread the football love. Happy to be part of the team.
Also a Fenerbahce ultra.
Yeah, I just love football shirts. I'm trying to, I just love they're works of art. I just love them, and hopefully you'll be seeing a new shirt on me every pod. I've got quite an extensive collection.
Yeah. What about, should I introduce myself? What about who I support?
Well, I don't think anyone knows who you are.
We know who you are.
Yeah, no one knows.
No,
Yeah,
I'm Arsenal. Well, I
Please
support
enlighten
Arsenal. I
us.
supported Arsenal since I was 7, 8 years old. Before that, I supported about 20 different teams. Nottingham Forest was in there. I supported, I had a favourite player in every team, and I supported everybody. But then I stuck with Arsenal when I was about 7, 8. Ian Wright, of course, again, bro.
You're right. Come on,
Yeah.
mate.
So
Come
since
on.
I was about
Big
7,
fan,
8,
yeah.
supported Arsenal. Yeah, that's me, man. And,
Yeah,
I've been
Ian
there
Wright was my
since.
hero, mate. He was my hero.
Yeah,
Him,
man.
Tony Adams, David Seaman, like those were just the guys, mate. Those are my childhood heroes. So
That's it. So
yeah. I came up with some extra like questions to
Yeah, go on.
help the
There's
the
one.
fans.
There's one that
Yeah.
you came
Yeah,
up
what
with,
was
which
it?
I think is so. Marco is really, really good at the organising stuff and putting the questions together, and he's got one which I think is brilliant. If you could have attended any Premier League football game in the history of the Premier League, bear in mind it's been since 92, 93, which game would it be? And I think that's, I mean, when you consider how many classic games there have been.
who we starting with? I'll go first.
Yeah, go on, you go.
Who we start with? I'll go first.
There's 2. I got 2 games.
Go on.
Do you remember old school, the Liverpool Newcastle games, the 4-3s?
4-3s.
Oh, they're like, I watch them on YouTube still sometimes. Those games are cold.
I actually thought that's the one that he's going to go with.
Yeah.
The 4-3s.
You must have been, how old did you then?
I didn't actually like watching football growing up.
Yeah, I don't
Which
think
is
it's
crazy. I used to find it boring. I used to prefer watching golf, but I used to love
golf.
So
Yeah. I know.
You didn't watch
No,
football
you know
because
what
you
the
thought
podcast
it was
recording-
boring,
No,
so
because-
instead you watched
No,
golf.
this is my logic. I used to
Tiger
find
Woods.
it boring because I used to enjoy playing it more.
What,
So-
football?
Football. Yeah, I used to love playing
Yeah.
football. So every time I was
Can't
watching
beat
it,
it.
bored. Every time I'm on the bench or subbed,
On the
bored.
bench. Big up
You know
on the
what I
bench,
mean?
man.
On the bench,
But I used to
yeah.
enjoy watching golf. Yeah, it's a weird thing. Now I love watching football. I watch football whenever
play
I
golf?
can. No, but my friends be trying to get me into it.
No, get into it. It's
All right,
really,
back
really
to
good.
back to my story. Bro.
Okay,
So,
sorry. Sorry.
Yeah.
So the 4-3.
You
Four
can't
three.
have two.
Oh, but the main game I think I would like to been at is the where Dennis Bergkamp scored that goal against Newcastle.
Oh my
the
God.
fake touch.
That mad pirouette.
Imagine seeing that live, like crazy.
What about the 4-4 with Newcastle when you were 4-0 up and then they drew?
You know, I saw something on the internet. They were like, these players have only scored one Premier League goal, and T.O.T. has only scored one Premier League goal for Newcastle. It was that mad goal for that 4-4.
What a goal that was, man.
Yeah.
4-4.
So
What about yourself, Marco?
The first game that came to mind was the 4-4 Arsenal-Liverpool when Arshavin scored 4.
Oh, yeah, what a game.
oh,
That was just crazy, mate. I don't know why that was the
His
first
face.
one, but
his face.
yeah.
Remember that? Have nightmares, are we?
No.
I don't know why that was the
Okay.
first one that
Huh?
came to
It was a
mind,
cup
but it
game.
just
Was it
mad.
cup
Yeah,
game?
but it
No,
doesn't
it was a
matter.
league
Wait,
game. It was a league game.
It doesn't matter. No, sorry.
I'm sure
Let's
it was a
just
league
say
game,
what
yeah.
football game. Let's just say what football game. No.
Oh, it's cup.
Well, we
Well,
said
I-
a Premier League match, didn't we?
I know. I know what he's
okay,
gonna say.
okay.
What?
I know
What
exactly
was
what
it?
he's gonna say.
I think
Maybe.
But can I just say something?
I know exactly what you're gonna say.
Trust the Gouda to come up with a draw.
Oh come on!
Not
mate.
even a game that they were.
Arshavin
That's how
scoring
low the
4.
bar has been.
I
for
know
them,
what he's
bless
gonna
him.
say. And if you
No, but
say
it's
that,
just like-
I listen. If he says what I think he's gonna say, we're gonna have to do him outside. Man.
Yeah. No, but if he's
I
gonna
know,
say,
he knows.
no, but do you know what? If he's gonna say what I think he's gonna say, I was actually at that game.
You know,
Are you gonna say?
I'd hate to be right about this.
Cut the camera. We're gonna get him. I was at that game.
Do you know what?
I was
Do you know
at that game.
Wait, what? Well, how was it?
Don't say it, bro. We don't know. What
How was it? No. Go on, talk to me.
Let's give some
So
of the
we're
younger.
talking about the
No.
8-2,
Okay.
yeah?
Why don't we talk about some context about this game? Okay. So
There
this
is no
game, this
context.
game was Old Trafford. It was at the very beginning of the game. An injury-plagued, missing many senior players. Arsenal playing a lot of young players. It's 2012, I want to say.
It was
2012. Arsenal wearing a half blue kit. And Arsene Wenger had to put out a very, very weak side, and an incredibly good Man United side tore us apart. But you know what? It's actually one of the best games I've ever been to because
Oh my God.
no, hear me out. Hear me
His
out.
United side's coming out now. isn't it?
No.
50-50, man.
No. I have never felt like so passionate as a fan, and the fans stuck behind the team. Every time Man United scored, we got louder and we kept on singing, "We love you, Arsenal. We do. We love you."
delusion.
And we did not stop, and it just got louder and louder and louder, and we didn't groan or moan or anything, and it was just amazing. Big up to the Arsenal away fans, proper fans, much better than the Emirates, and yeah, it was actually one of the best games I've ever been to for that feeling of hey, we're behind
Us
our
getting
team.
smashed 8-2.
Yeah, obviously that wasn't ideal, but yeah, how are you
game
gonna
you've
bring
ever
that
been
up?
The best thing about that game was Van Persie looking at it thinking, I'm leaving these lot and going to United and win us the league the following season, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we're doing some filming Van
Pagan.
Persie tomorrow, aren't we?
Pagan.
With the snakes.
Yeah.
But do you know what? Can I just say something? That wasn't even actually the game that I was going to choose.
You
After
just
all of that.
What you let him trap us like
Yeah.
that?
Go
wasn't
on,
even
so
the
what-
game I was going
what-
to choose. The 4-3, Man United against Man City, 4-3 when Owen scored in the 97th.
Oh, that was a sick game.
What about you? Would have been at Champions League.
No, we
Last
said Premier
minute
League.
goal.
We said Premier
Oh,
League.
is it Premier League
We
only?
said Premier League, yeah.
Yeah,
I thought it was best
I
game,
was
innit?
at the Champions League 8-1 when we beat Roma. What?
No, I'm talking about when you lot scored at the last minute. Was it Oli or one of them? Is it Oli?
Oh, come on, yeah, but
against
that
Bayern,
was
man.
in the European Cup final.
No,
Of
but I'm saying
course.
those kind of games.
Of
like,
course, I
imagine
think
being
we were
there.
talking
like-
Premier League.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
no.
saying. Alright,
But if
cool.
it was any other, if it was any game, without a shadow of a doubt,
Yeah.
the Champions League final '99.
What about you,
Without a
Tom?
shadow of a doubt.
For Prem, ooh, yeah, I've been trying to think since you guys said it. I've got a couple, so they're all Suarez,
Suarez
related.
moments.
What a
Probably
baller that
Norwich.
guy was.
Yeah,
mate.
probably the Norwich game where he's
Yeah.
banged that hattie in, three of the most disgusting
Crazy.
goals
Yeah,
you'll
ridiculous,
ever
actually.
see, and then the misses that game as well, where he's hit the crossbar twice, disgusting. The Newcastle game as well.
4-3.
I don't know the scoreline, but it was the one where Enrique's clipped the ball in from our half or just inside the Newcastle half, and Suarez has taken it down on his shoulder.
Oh, what a goal!
Oh,
yeah,
he done
yeah,
the
yeah.
turn.
And that, in my opinion, is
Yeah.
the best Premier League goal ever, by the way.
You.
Wow.
Nah, and I'm saying it not from
This is
Liverpool.
getting pressed
One
quite a
of-
lot
one of
today,
my
man.
next question
Well, let him
was
finish, let him
my
finish.
next question was what is your most
Come on.
controversial football opinion?
Yeah.
So you've already answered the next question. Thank you.
That's not
You've done that for
controversial
us.
because if you look at the past, from where the past was, the the motion that he's taking it.
It's one motion.
He's
yeah.
taking it on his clavicle.
All right, wait. We're gonna do a poll for this. So you believe that Suarez goal is better than Dennis Bergkamp's?
Yes. Yeah.
Me?
Him.
Yeah. Because if you watch it, he didn't break stride. He's ran.
You're showing your age
he's
here,
ran
Tone.
diagonally. Because I've seen the Bergkamp touch around.
Mate.
It's
All right,
a good,
guys,
it's a good
guys.
technical
Yeah,
goal,
well,
but that's
listen,
not
All
even-
right, guys.
Let the people vote.
Guys,
Nah.
what is the best Premier League goal? Well, what's the best Premier League goal? And
That
which
one.
goal is better? The Dennis Bergkamp goal or the Luis Suarez goal?
Suarez.
The Newcastle. Dennis
Doesn't
Bergkamp at
break
Newcastle.
stride, controlled off of his shoulder from like a 60-yard, 70-yard pass, however far it was. Ridiculous. And then he's ball rolled the keeper and the centre-back, sent them both for hot dogs. And then just
get out,
side-footed it
man.
in with his weak foot.
I will do a poll.
What's
We'll
the
do
The
it.
winner gets some. What
What's a
does the
better
winner
goal
get?
than
What
that?
does the winner get? You like to gamble. You like to bet.
Satisfaction.
Satisfaction.
Which you guys will never get.
Oh,
Because you ain't going to win a trophy.
All right, we're gonna do a poll.
Don't know about that.
All right, what's the next
To be
question?
fair, you know what? To be fair, as a neutral, I've got to say
Suarez.
2 unbelievable goals, and it's hard to choose between the 2.
But you would
What would
say
you choose?
Suarez.
For the pod. Let's say it now, live.
Suarez.
Give your opinion.
I got a good. I got
Wait,
one
let
question
him
for you
choose
guys.
first.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
actually, yeah.
From a technical standpoint, it's Suarez all day.
No way.
You know
Sorry,
what?
what was the question? I missed it.
What goal is better out of Suarez's Newcastle?
Oh no,
goal
no,
and
no.
Dennis
I,
Bergkamp?
yeah, no. I'm obviously in Team Bergkamp, so. But yeah, we're asking Frank.
Frank, come on, Frank. The clock's ticking.
I'm gonna go with the. I'm gonna go with the Bergkamp.
Yeah,
What? The reason
my
why I'm gonna
go
guy,
with
You're
Bergkamp.
a
my
United fan.
guy.
Because you're 60 and then
Well done.
No,
you can see it in black and white.
because for many years I lied to everyone, including myself, saying that saying he didn't mean it, saying it was a fluke.
Who cares if he meant it?
That
All he
was-
did
that
is
was- that was no
a
fluke.
360 around
Listen,
someone.
you lied to
He-
myself.
He spun the absolute life out. Was it Daddy's ass? Who was it? Was it Daddy's ass? He spun the life out
He
of him.
Suarez
Right,
span the life out of
Moving
Colaccini.
on,
No, very
moving on.
close.
We will let the people decide,
Very
and,
close,
and
but-
we shall see.
I'll
So,
be making fake accounts, doing it for myself.
good luck. If you have that much time on your hands, good luck to
Hey, I've
you,
got
mate.
6 weeks off work. I got time. Don't talk to
Fair
me.
enough. Right, next one. If you were a Premier League manager, right, what style of football would you play?
Oh, just
I'll tell you what. I'll go first, so you go. 'Cause so straight up, Sam Allardyce, proper like Dyche style. You know, I'm a defender at heart. You know, so like nothing.
Back up top.
Yeah, nothing pleases me more than a clean sheet, and you know, really, obviously the game's gone, so probably my style of football wouldn't be any good as a manager actually. But that's the way I'd play. That's the way I'd play. No
Intimidate,
nonsense. Yeah, just intimidate the opposition and just really get stuck into them
big
from
Chris
the
Wood
off.
up front.
Yeah, big
Oh
Chris.
my
Just
God.
nick one. Yeah,
was
but
Colin
crazy.
Hendry at the back
Yeah.
with Yap Stam.
very physical. 5 at the back, and hope for the best.
5 centre backs as well, no fullbacks. Just a flat back 5, innit?
That's Arteta right now.
Oh my God. I don't know what
can't
Arteta's saying.
behave.
Literally Arteta, man.
Arteta's. Anyway, why you got to throw shots?
Yeah, why are you throwing
Mikel
shots,
Allardyce.
mate?
Well, so, truth hurts.
All right, go on.
Very
What style?
insecure.
What style? Go on, Frank. What style would you play?
I mean, I grew up on Man United, obviously. You know what I mean? Wingers,
Fergie ball.
attacking
So cheap
football.
ball.
Lots of
Yeah,
extra
yeah,
time.
Extra time, yeah. But
Oh my
Keep
God.
playing
time.
until your team scores.
You know
know
what's
what I
the
mean?
first dodgy? You know what's the first dodgy ones anyway?
Under
Fergie
the
time.
table payments and broken clocks.
Something-
We ruined a lot of childhoods, guys. We ruined a lot of childhoods, clearly, as you can see.
And we've ruined a lot of adulthoods right now.
Yeah.
We're United.
Yeah,
In the mud.
In the mud.
That's what I've been
That's
saying.
mud.
9-0
But
to
yeah, no,
Liverpool.
attacking football has got to be attacking football, especially if you're drawing or a goal down. Just lump everyone in the box. And do you know what? There's one tactic that I think that teams need to start deploying, especially against teams like Arsenal. The one thing when I was growing up watching football, teams would always leave 1 or 2 from corners or set pieces. They'd always leave 1 or 2 of their players further up the pitch and give the other team something to think about. We don't do that anymore. If you watch, teams always just bring everyone back in the box. There's about 30 man in the box, even though you can't have that many players in the pitch. And it's just a free for all. No, it's been going on for years. It's been going on for like a decade or
PTSD
so.
corners.
Mate, I'm telling
Everybody
you.
gets scared when we get a corner. They're like, "Oh my God!" It's like a penalty now for us.
Set
isn't it?
piece again, ole ole. They've got a set piece chant now.
My coach growing up would always leave 3 up
Yeah,
top during a
yeah.
corner, and that's one of his
Who,
sayings.
Clive.
Yeah, because someone said it on
Coach
Sky Sports the
Clive.
other day.
Shout out Clive, man.
We need to leave him up, and I was sitting there laughing, going. In my head, I can just hear Clive going. I always leave 3 up top during a corner. Always
for the
says it.
breakaway.
Yeah, no, but honestly, like even
used to be
just
one of
two,
them.
and leave the two most sort of maybe the smallest or most diminutive players, leave them up top because I mean, what purpose are they genuinely going to serve in your box? You know what I mean? First contact, very, very, very unlikely they're going to get there. Second contact, maybe perhaps send them up because it means the opposition have got to send 3
You've
players
obviously
back.
never played Sunday League, mate. Though the shortest guy always has to go on the post. You get the 2 short guys on either post. That's
I've
their
never played
job,
Sunday League. Are you sure
Yeah,
about
and then
that,
you
mate?
still leave 3 up.
and you still.
Leave
You
3
do,
up.
mate. I'm telling you.
We used to do it.
I'm
It
just
works.
even just at the very, very least leave 1 player up there. I mean, I don't know how we got into this.
Yeah, how did we
I
get
know.
into this thing?
It's
Right.
just the
What
start
style of football? What style of football would you play as a Premier League manager, Toad?
All out attack, mate. All out attack. We don't need no defense,
Gung
no
ho.
nothing. I mean, what you score 4, I'm scoring 6. And what? And what? That's what I'm saying. You're coming for goals. Everyone's your stadium.
Wenger ball,
Your
basically,
stadium's
yeah?
going to be empty at 3 p.m. because everyone's going to be watching my team.
I just picture Tone with Endo at the back by himself and everyone else up top. You know what I mean?
Listen, I'm having VVD in CDM, Trent right wing, Robbo left wing, and then everyone else in midfield
Push up.
up front. And Alisson's going to be sweeping. And then that's it. And if the game ends 10-8, ends 10-8.
Alright.
Do well in the Championship, like
Well,
playing
the
with
Premier-
that team,
Hey, listen,
innit?
that's
You'd
how-
probably.
that's how Klopp played the first 2 years for us.
Bit-
And we got more trophies than you, so I don't want to hear nothing.
Yeah.
Crickets.
I'll go with I like dangerous wingers. You know, like Robin, Ribery days, that style of football. I'll go
Well,
with
like
that.
cut inside,
I love
bullet
that.
of a left
Yeah.
foot.
It's a bit of a winger back in the day, you know, fast.
Yeah, you
cutting
were.
in.
I remember, yeah.
He's fast, good
Yeah,
left
he
foot.
was
This guy thinks I wasn't
Yeah.
good at football.
Nah,
he knows
he
I'm
was-
still
yeah, he
fast
was
though.
rapid.
Yeah.
Uncle, I was about to say something, man. Uncle's still faster than you, innit?
Yeah, I'll give you that. Faster than
When
me.
we start on the
Crap at
5-a-side team, lads, when's the knee
Do
better?
you know what? That's one of the things I want to do. I
Yeah,
actually,
mate,
I actually
we'll
want to
rip
start.
up
I want
some
to get on the
league.
bench team, YouTube team, though.
We're going to get smoked.
Nah, no, I got some boy
Mate.
veterans, man.
I just
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
warn
yeah,
you.
that's different.
I just want to warn you of my capabilities now. Yeah, I mean,
You always said you're a defender.
No,
Defenders ain't
yeah.
good at football, bro.
yeah, but not 5. Mate, I can't do 5-a-side, mate. 7-a-side, 8-a-side,
love
11-a-side, fine. But I just get run ragged, mate. When you can bounce the ball off the walls, I'm done for, mate. Do you know what I mean? The thing is about 5-a-side is like you cannot stop running. If you stop
Yeah,
for
it's
1
game
minute,
over, yeah.
you're letting your team down. Whereas like 7-8-side, it's like,
Yeah,
oh,
you
I
can
could just
sneak
disappear
off in
for
the
a
corner, have a
bit.
drink.
Yeah,
So-
do you know what I mean? Just like get your composure back before you hurt someone.
So if we played like Soccer Aid or something, we got called up to play. You're done.
No,
wouldn't play it,
no.
though.
That's 11-a-side, mate. I'm good at 11-a-side.
but would you have
As long
handled
as
it?
I can
Roll
slide
subs
tackle.
as well, innit? You
This
come
is
on
the
for
problem.
30 seconds, tackle someone and roll.
Yeah, well, exactly. This is the problem. I get way too excited. No, this is the problem with 5-a-side is like you can't slide tackle and you can't do overhead. And there's all I do is
I thought you
slide
meant
tackle.
overhead kick,
There
as
is
in
no
overhead,
one
yeah.
better at slide tackling than me. Like maybe Maldini. That's it.
Maybe.
Mate, no, honestly, I am like the last ditch tackle. I'm like up there. Like if that was all the only skill you needed, I could play in the Prem. But yeah, so if you can't slide, yeah, but as long as I can slide, I'm good, mate. Trust me.
All right.
Trust.
If we ever go to Soccer Aid,
But I'm awful on the ball.
Yeah.
Like, do not give me the ball under pressure. And I will give away a lot of pens. That's like part
Just
of
picture him
my,
running into the area and sliding his own keeper.
ask my Sunday League team, big up N8 United. Like the amount of pens I've given away, mate. I'm famous for it. But anyway, yeah,
All right,
make sure I'm
Mustafi,
starting.
you
Yeah?
sound
Make
like
sure I'm
Mustafi,
starting,
though.
Gaffer. Yeah, make sure I'm starting.
no,
Yeah,
you're on the bench, bro.
Yeah,
That's the only way to be, innit?
That's the only way to be.
That's
You
a
heard-
compliment in this.
You,
in
you
this
heard
team,
that,
innit?
Ian, mate. You want to get yourself down on the bench, mate.
All right, go on.
Next question. Well, you've already answered your most controversial football
no.
opinion.
That's not my most.
Okay. Oh,
Don't
he's got-
gaslight me like that.
To be fair, he's got a lot. He's got many.
all right, but what's your
controversial? Yeah.
most
I don't know about
Trent
controversial?
Alexander-Arnold's the best right back in the Premier League.
He is.
Who is? Who's
Oh.
Trent?
Trent.
Trent
Oh,
is.
no, Ben
That's not
White is.
controversial. What?
Trent's the best in the Premier League.
Yes.
No, he's
Right
not.
back.
Yes.
What's he is?
You know, you have to be able to defend as a right back
He
as
don't
well.
even start
Yeah.
every game
Look at
on
his
for Liverpool.
defense. We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
Who's better than Trent in the Premier League at right back right now?
Ben Wright.
No,
Ben
he's not.
White.
No,
Ben
he's
Wright.
not.
Ben
No,
White.
he's
I've just
not.
got Ian Wright on the eyes, man.
Ben-
on the line.
Ben-
Reece James
White is
when
not.
he's fit, when he
Nah.
plays.
Reece
Reece
James
James
is
Get
done,
off
mate.
of it.
Reece
Close.
James,
Get
mate.
off
Come
of
on, mate. Don't talk to me
No,
about
come
Reece
on.
James.
So what,
man.
you think Ben White's better than
Ben White is the
Trent?
best Premier League and
How?
best right back in the
I'd have
Prem.
Livramento over
yeah.
Trent Alexander-Arnold, mate.
Sounds like we're going to need another poll, guys, and we're going to need the listeners to
You gotta
decide
get
on this
back to-
one.
You guys.
Forward.
No, I just argue that you have to be able to defend as a right back. You know, that's what makes you an all-round player.
He's been defending this year, though.
If you look
He's
at
changed- his game's
statistically his
changed.
defensive actions,
His game's
he's
changed a lot this year.
actually all right.
I'm not saying
I
hasn't
think
got an
Liverpool in
amazing
general-
long range like pinpoint pass.
No,
I'm not
I
saying
think
that.
this
That's
season
what we're not
Liverpool-
talking about.
Liverpool
Right
in general
back.
have gotten better defensively. I don't think he's specifically
he
gotten
has
better
gotten
defensively.
better. He has gotten better.
Slot is more
Everyone's
pragmatic and
competing.
Who are
yeah.
you saying, Frank? Ben White or Trent?
I prefer. I mean, I can't stand Ben White. I really cannot stand
what
him.
is it? What is it about
damn,
him?
bro.
He's a more solid defender than Trent. He can get forward, not as well as Trent. Obviously, he can't pick
He's
a pass
getting
like Trent.
forward's terrible.
But he gets
No,
forward though.
it's
He pushes
not.
up. You know what I mean?
Ben White.
Mate, you got so much
Jury,
slander for
I'll take-
Arsenal,
I'll take
mate.
Bro,
Bro,
I'm
I'm
Trent-
honest.
Mate,
Bro,
these
Ben
out-
White going
No,
forward.
and that's what makes you good at
These
this. To be fair, you are
outfits-
quite honest. You are
Bro,
brutally
he's
honest.
terrible,
mate.
man.
You are all part of the reason why England didn't
You-
do
you-
well
you-
in the World Cup.
Yeah. Where White?
You're
Where the
all
reason why?
part of it because it's you and then everyone else that has this dumb idea that Trent can't defend is the reason
He
that
can't
Trent,
defend.
He
Well,
can't
let me
defend.
finish.
Listen,
is the
if you-
reason why Carl Walker started over him and why we didn't get anywhere.
No, but I
World
said
Cup.
play Trent at right wing back if you're going to play a three.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
play
I agree
Walker
with
at
that.
right centre back.
I agree with that.
I would
I
play it,
want
but
Trent to be
but
the
I would
person
not
going
play
forward.
Trent as a
One
flat
sec,
right back. I would
yeah.
not play Trent as a flat
Oh,
right
but
back.
he's only played as a flat right back. His
Yeah,
whole
but
career-
club
his
football's
whole
different,
club
though.
Football,
Yeah, and been a bit of a
only won
liability at
every
times.
trophy, but
Club,
he
yeah, but
can't
club
play
football's
there.
different. Yeah, because of Virgil van Dijk. Let's be honest. If
Yeah,
you put Trent in any
exactly.
other team,
I
You
didn't
tell
take
him.
corner
One
taken
mic,
quickly.
you tell him.
Origi, Van Dijk.
that's not defending, though, is it? That's attacking.
But without Trent on the pitch, it
I
wouldn't
mean,
have happened.
you taking a corner doesn't mean you can defend one. It just means you can whip a cross in.
It does.
And let's be honest, if Virgil van Dijk's not there, if you got Joe Gomez and Konate playing with Trent, he's getting absolutely roasted.
Are you all right?
Roasted. And
Mike's passionate about this.
you could have
He's
so
getting
many
mad.
different. There's so many different left
Go
wingers
on,
that would
Roy.
roast Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Go on, Roy.
Go on,
So
Roy,
many
again.
different-
It's
so many
nonsense.
different-
Yeah,
What?
they would roast Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Okay,
Yeah.
what happened?
I've seen
In
him
fact,
get blitzed
mate,
so many
he
times.
would
I've
get
seen him
moved
yeah.
to if Van Dijk wasn't there.
Mbappe couldn't even rinse his understudy, bro.
Oh, mate, Mbappe's
He's
overrated,
understudy.
mate. Mbappe's
Listen, you lot
overrated at the moment.
suffocated Real Madrid that game. Conor Bradley's a better defender than Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Brother.
He is. He's a
Should we
better
move on?
defender
Should
than
we
Trent.
move-
Trent
just on
Alexander-Arnold.
Ben White, actually, because there's been obviously a lot of talk about it, that Tuchel is, going to open the door for any player, not just Ben White, but obviously Ben White is the highest profile one. Do you think he should be able to play for his country again?
He needs to open a trapdoor. That's what he needs to do. Come on in and watch him fall back down into the abyss. Send him home, man.
I don't think he's needed.
No, I don't
You don't think he's
so.
needed?
No, I don't.
No.
No, I don't think he's needed, and I don't think he should
But
play
that's the
because
one position where we're really struggling is
No,
right
left
back.
back.
But who are we
left
going to
back more
play
than
at
right
right
back.
Oh, yeah,
back?
true,
It's almost
true,
like
true,
Trent
true.
isn't English. Who are we going to play?
I think that Ben White should start over him because he is more defensive. Simple as. Like, you need your defenders to be able to defend first and foremost.
It depends what kind of system and formation you play as well. Like I said, if you're going to play
Exactly. We
three at
don't
the
know
back,
what Tuchel's going to do.
if you're playing three at the back, I'm having Trent at right wing back all day, 100%. If you're playing four at the back, I'm not having Trent at right back because
Who you
But
having
Trent
then?
this
What
season,
you having
defensively,
then?
you're
he's been
Who
good,
are you
though.
having then if you're not having Ben White?
Well, that's so risk averse, man.
He's-
It's so
he's-
risk averse.
Take risk in the right areas of the pitch.
yeah.
Take risk everywhere.
Ask the Southampton manager, departing manager, about that, mate. Take the risks in the right areas of the pitch, mate. Don't do it at the back.
Anyway, let's move
Unless
to
you've got
the
Van
next
Dijk,
section,
then
man.
obviously you can.
This is a question.
go on.
Listen, let's
Go on.
comment or whatever. Let's ask the people
Again.
like we do every time.
Take it to the people.
Should Trent
It's
start at right
democracy,
back for
mate.
England?
It's still- if we can't agree
So
on
what we
something,
are-
we need to do something
Yeah,
democratic.
yeah, all right, cool. So should Ben White play for England over Trent? Should he start, basically? That's the question.
Absolutely. I mean, I think he should definitely be in the squad. We're much stronger with him. He's a very
He could be in the
versatile
squad. He's not a
player.
star. He
Yeah.
could be in the squad, 100%.
It was more kind of like, hey, did he turn his back on England? That's
Yeah, he did.
that
I
was
think he
kind of
did.
more where I was going with the question. Yeah, he did, but we don't know the ins and outs of it. And I think he just needs to have better PR people and just apologise. Just be like, look, sorry, I couldn't work in that setup. I wasn't going to work with the guys. Would love to play for England. If he just comes out and says something like that, I think he should be forgiven. But people going a bit mad.
What about Carl Walker? Do we all agree he should be in HMP Grendon
Yeah, Carl Walker. Yeah.
or
That,
Springfield or
what
whatever?
he done yesterday was absolutely shocking, and to have when he dived, when he went head to head with Rasmus Højlund, that was embarrassing. And you're a club captain. Well, you're the captain on the day at least,
And you're a father.
and you're a father of many children.
8 kids.
And you've come out and said that because did you see what Rasmus Højlund said? Something about
Oh, and the Oscar goes to
Yeah,
that's
and
quite
then he
good.
turned around and put unacceptable. Shut up, man.
Unacceptable. Wow, crybaby.
Alright, come on, what's the next
Giles.
question, Mark?
Fix
Let's go.
yourself up, man.
Frank's getting angry.
Oh, here's a
Mr.
good one.
Roy. It's the Man United man, then.
Here's a good one for you. If you could interview one Premier League player or manager, past or present, who would it be and why?
I think we know, don't we?
That's a silly question, isn't it?
Yeah, we won't ask you.
We're trying to get him on, aren't we?
Obviously, Ian Wright. I want to
Ian
interview.
Wright.
Okay, aside from Ian Wright.
Aside from besides
Yeah.
Ian Wright.
Sean Wright Phillips.
Nah. What, Premier League player, past or present? Do you know?
Sure, right, Philip. Oh, bro, when's your dad coming on, man? Not ask him any questions about football. Like, so, like, how was he? Like,
How was he
as a
the dad?
You know, like,
He take you to the park every day.
All the questions are about
just
Ian
all
Wright.
Nice to meet you, Sean. I'm a big fan of your dad's.
Yeah, it's like a
Ian had a great career.
3-minute interview and it's just about Ian Wright.
Wait, speaking about his family, I just like random. Have you seen his granddaughter? How much of a baller she is?
She's cold, innit?
swear.
Oh
Yeah,
my
she's cold.
god, mate! I've never like. I could only dream to dribble that well. Like she does like all these little things where she's darting in between cones and just
Cold.
bag it. Like she's an unbelievable
Fair play,
player.
man.
Like really, like
Runs
young.
in the family though, innit?
Yeah,
DNA.
yeah.
Listen,
Sean
in the
Wright
blood.
Phillips was a baller, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
He was quality. Yeah, he had that sort of 2-3 year spell at Man City, 3-4 where he was unbelievable. That's why he got signed by Chelsea, innit? Quality
Right.
player.
What's it, Premier League players?
Premier League, but player or manager, past or present. Like who would you like to?
Do you know what I like Zlatan. Obviously,
Yeah.
he didn't play in the Prem that long, but his character.
Zlatan?
Yeah, his character.
Zlatan.
Sure.
Zlatan.
I like.
That's a good answer.
Or Eric Cantona.
Legend.
Or Eric
Yeah,
Cantona.
yeah.
I would want to know what happened. Like, why did you fly and kick the guy? Like,
The
I
only
wanna
thing
know.
about Eric Cantona, yeah. The
Are
only
you
thing
guys
about
ready?
I wanna
Are you
know.
guys ready? True story, yeah?
Go on.
This is going to sound really, really weird. Get ready to hit that button, yeah?
You are
Which
Eric
one?
Cantona.
No. True story.
that'd be such an Eric thing to do, isn't it?
I met Eric Cantona in Paris under the Eiffel Tower.
Oh, whoa, that sounds
Wow.
pretty
Did
Was
you
that-
kiss?
No.
Is there a mistletoe as well?
Unfortunately, no, we didn't. Mate, it was the weirdest thing. I was with my ex at the time.
Eric, if you see this, can you like confirm this?
Mate, honestly. And do you know what? It was so
One
long
night of
ago. I'm showing my
passion.
age now. It was so long ago that camera phones were really awful at the time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I remember I was coming down, and it was the weirdest feeling because I was coming down the stairs of the Eiffel Tower. And someone told me just
You
look
have
right.
roses in your hand.
And a box of milk
roses in
tray as well.
Eric, listen, and they got them locks. He's got a padlock. Him and Eric, little padlock.
Just ran over to him.
Frank in F&E.
So somebody told me to look to the right, so I looked over, and he's just standing there, leaning against the gate with he's got two bicycle helmets on or motorbike helmets on.
Just two
And he was
helmets.
just, mate, and he was
for
just standing there,
hands.
just holding him like
Sounds
this.
like a dream, bro. It's starting to sound
Mate,
like a dream.
I'm
You know,
telling
and there's
you,
just like
I'm not
random.
lying.
So he had bicycle helmets for hands, and and then there was this unicorn that came like it sounded a
Then
bit
he woke up and had
suspect, man.
Frosties.
Frank
Go on, say
shouted,
your bit as well, go on.
Frank shouted Eric and he turned around and went, Frank, I've been waiting for you.
And then, so we've walked up towards him, and I remember just like looking at him, and I was just like, obviously I didn't say the word forget. I said another F word. Ronaldinho, I can't remember who was like Pele or whatever. I was like, you're the greatest player of all time. And he just goes, thank you. And that was it. And then he
say
was
au
just
revoir?
like, no, he didn't. not at that point. No, but
And
then
then
we
he started up
talking.
his jetpack.
And then he jumped on his unicorn and rode off. Mate, it was just surreal. And the way that you see him, he was just like, he just got some aura about him. He was just like there like this, just casual. We had a little chat because as I said, I was with a young lady at the time as well, my ex at the time, and she was obviously like, it was really sweet to her.
I got
well.
a question for you guys. Have you ever bumped into a football player? That's a good question.
Yeah,
I've got a good story
well,
very
random.
recently, actually.
I bumped in. Go on, let me do yours.
Darren Bent's obviously from sort of our area.
No, like randomly.
Yeah,
lives in
well,
your
yeah,
ends, bro.
I bumped into him.
No, but he
doesn't-
lives
doesn't
round there.
live in my area.
Yeah, but
he
he's
was
from there. Like on a
from there.
random, you're in bloody
Nah, but yeah.
Oxford or somewhere, and you saw Steven Gerrard. Or
Right,
something crazy.
so I've got two. So we bumped into him, but
Yeah.
I'll say so we were at our I think I was like 12 at the time, and we had our presentation, and like end of season presentations, and we were all getting like our rewards and stuff. I think I got like Player of the Year.
Okay.
I got Player of the Year 2011 N8 United. Just
And,
FYI.
We come
Oh
outside.
no, sorry, Goal of the Year, not Player of the Year. Sorry, Goal
No,
of the
you're
Year.
right. We come outside and we like just team was talking and everything, and then he was just on the pitch like just hitting
Who?
Darren Bent.
Oh,
He was
just,
he was like not the first team pitch, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he was on like the pitches we would play on.
Yeah.
Just
Who, the team we used to play for?
Huntingdon, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay,
Rowdies, it was called.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was just spanking balls into a goal with no net.
Spanking balls. That sounds a bit wrong.
He had like three people, and then like we all went up to him. Like I got my boot signed. It was like a white Nike boot I had at the time. And I was like, damn.
This sounds like a real story compared to yours,
Darren
man.
Ben
This is
Summer.
like legit, like proper details.
I need to do better next time.
The other one is like 2016, I think. I was going to New York to meet some family and landed in New York. We went the England team.
What, the whole
Oh, the whole team.
Yeah, there's pictures on my Facebook.
that's
I got a
wicked.
picture with Big Meeks. Before he was Meeks.
Before he burst onto the
Before
scene.
he was Big Meeks. Milner, before he obviously became a Liverpool legend. I think he was at City at the time. And then like Joe Hart and stuff. But yeah,
That's
they were all
quality.
there.
My one, I saw Sol Campbell in Elephant and Castle.
Oh, swear.
I was in Tesco's.
Legend, mate.
I come
Legend.
out. Yeah, I come out. I was thinking, I swear that's Sol Campbell. I said, you Sol Campbell? He's like, yeah, how you doing, mate? Talk spot for a bit. And we walked off. That's it. Enough. That's it.
Mine's
Traitor.
mine's Paul Pogba. I met him in Knightsbridge in Marouche.
You've met
What,
quite
you
a few,
just-
innit?
I thought you just meant
Yeah.
what's his name?
I've been
He's
quite
about,
fortunate,
innit?
yeah.
You
And,
dreaming
and,
of
and
it?
I also
Stalking.
met I saw Ledley King in a nightclub one time with me and a few lads, and the lads actually said to him, "Who's the hardest striker to play against, Van Nistelrooy or Henry?" And he just went, "Van Nistelrooy,"
He's
and just
lying.
walked off.
He's lying.
But he can't say Henry, can he? Because he's Spurs, isn't he? You know what I mean?
It was Henry.
But neither, I was
Everybody
injured.
was Henry. What about you?
Very well, like I'm in the football
gonna come
media
up with
these
some,
days.
like-
Yeah, sorry, I'll have to pick up quite a few names though. I'm very fortunate. I get to work at Talk Sports. So I meet a lot of players. But the joke story I've got is I helped Jack Wilshere
Oh, swear.
load a massive Barbie house into his Tesla a couple of months ago.
You're dreaming.
Yeah, that
Well,
sounds.
no,
Are you
I
trying to cuss me
swear
about my
down,
dream?
mate. I swear. This guy, he's
Easily
like,
held Jack Wilshere load of Barbie
there's this
house.
guy, yeah,
you're-
just like it's massive, yeah, because obviously the Barbie movie's been out recently, so like the merch is a bit ridiculous. Like this
No
thing's
promo,
huge,
bro.
right? Yeah, sorry, yeah.
do
sorry.
some Barbie
You gotta pay
promo
for that,
alone.
man. Mattel, send me the check. Yeah, no, and there's this guy struggling, blah blah blah. I'm like, do you want like a hand with that? And I clock it's like Jack Wilshere, like, and yeah.
I'm gonna put this clip. Alright, Jack, please, if you see this,
Mate.
confirm he helped you with a
Jack,
Barbie
please, like, back me up here, mate.
Oh,
And,
we're gonna
and
call you
also,
a
like, I got
daydreamer.
the seats down in the right place. Like, it's techie because obviously I'm very good at like Tetris. So like, I'm very good with like spatial awareness in it. I could have been a professional. That's the fun thing.
great
I could have been
story, by the way.
professional Tetris
Tetris
player.
player.
I'm like weirdly sick at Tetris. I'm weirdly
Are you
sick
good
at.
at Rubik's cubes?
No, I don't do Rubik's. That's a different thing.
I know, but I don't know why.
Who the
I
hell?
thought they-
He said a professional Tetris player.
I could have been a professional. Like, Mario Kart and Tetris, I could have been professional, bro. Seriously, I'm like that good at those
Oh
two
my
games.
God. Alright,
man.
Jack, please confirm.
Yeah,
this,
Jack Wilshere, you'll remember me. It was outside the Portland Hospital. I helped you load a massive Barbie house. Well, you know the details. You were there, mate. It's quite a
Alright,
memorable
cool.
thing.
If he confirms, then yeah.
Yeah,
I'll,
Jack,
If he
mate.
doesn't, I'm gonna call you. You and Franco at the end.
Well, kick me off the pod, mate. Kick me off the pod, mate. Like,
I did a house viewing as well, actually,
Yeah.
with Robson Carnu's brother.
How Robson Connor?
Yeah, his brother. They thought the girls I worked with at the time. They thought it was a bit dodgy. They were like, "He says his brother's a Premier League footballer." Antonio, do you know about this? And I was like, "What's his name?" And they were like, "Robson Carnu." I was like, "Oh yeah, him, yeah." So he's got to be like a millionaire or something. I was like, "He's in the Prem for years. He got money, so
yeah. Top price for you. And the other one for me is Tony Adams as well. Like,
Oh,
I
no,
met,
that's
I
a
met
big one,
Tony
yeah.
Adams, and like, because I went to like a thing where he like had a screening or something, and got to meet him, sign my shirt. That was sick. That was a
That's
big one
nice.
for me.
Yeah, I ain't got no signed shirts. I need one.
Well,
I have no signed shirts.
I mean,
have you got any?
you know what's going to happen?
I'm
Ian
not-
Wright's
I'm
just
not-
going to
I'm
send
not
you
a
a
fan of-
signed shirt and not come on. That's what's going to happen, isn't it?
not big
You'll be
on
like, oh,
autographs.
there's my out.
Yeah, autographs never really been a thing for me.
Serious?
It's pictures, yeah,
Yeah.
but
For
autographs.
meeting him under
Yeah,
the Eiffel
yeah,
Tower.
yeah,
I
exactly.
think,
Yeah,
Tower
exactly.
I think
Roses.
if you meet
That's a
one of your
story.
heroes and
Frank's
you've
on the
got a
back of his
football
motorbike
shirt,
like this with his roses.
but you know what? No, for me, like,
Ba-ba-boom.
Va-va-voom, Oliver.
for me, like having a shirt
Sunset.
like framed with like a signature
yeah,
is like a
yeah.
sick decoration for
Yeah.
your gaff, innit? Like I have a dream of like having like you know
Yeah,
a
same.
pool table.
All right, right. You got a dream, yeah?
So I'm trying to steal my dream, man. Yeah, so Ian Wright needs a signed shirt as well, but we can sort all of that when you come.
When
mate.
he comes in,
When you
yeah.
come. When you come. Yeah. Right. Next question.
Should we talk about the game?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I really want to talk about the game.
Of course you want to talk about
Because
the
every
game.
time I'm on this podcast is after Man United have lost.
Yeah.
So Man United have
I'm
won.
gutted I wasn't here last
All right,
week,
we're going to
mate,
touch
with
on
that
some
double L.
Premier League games quickly. I don't really want to talk about it.
No, but you know what? All of
Gunners.
the big clubs dropped points over the weekend. And
All
the
of
common
them.
denominator,
As well.
the common denominator
Hear that,
was
Frank?
the,
All of the
was
big
the Champions League,
clubs
though.
drop points.
I mean, it's that high level of football that we're playing midweek. Like all the big clubs drop the points, mate, because the Champions League's demanding, mate.
Yeah, we don't know about that.
You played
Liverpool, Bayern,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
We got a man sent off after 10 minutes. You got what was your excuse? You had
Arteta.
90 minutes of
Arteta, man.
Arteta
Daesh,
ball.
mate. Daesh, Marco ball.
You had the
Marco Ball.
you met the Evertonians outside after the game,
man.
didn't
Yeah,
you?
big at the Evertonians, man.
They give you a hard time. They give you a
It's
stick.
love.
Like, do you know what? The
I come
police,
in
like,
peace.
the police. So we were there, like, waiting for
They
the
all
end of
came
the
over to
game,
us.
and the police come over to us, and they're like, "Okay, so you know, it's 0-0 at the moment, but you know, it could change." And you know, the attitude of the people coming out, it's like, "Why do you think we're standing next to you, mate?" Because we don't know what's coming out of there, mate. Out of those
We got
games.
some love.
Fair
Some of
play.
them was alright, man.
Yeah.
There's some videos we posted that showed us love, and you know, but it's
good, man.
I'm neutral. I'm not even. it's just-
How was the game anyway? How was the was it just one-way traffic, pelting their goal and just not scoring, or
I mean, yeah, I mean,
We had a
just
lot of
Arsenal
chances.
at the moment. Yeah, we just can't finish our dinner at the moment. It's really frustrating. We and it comes back to the same argument, like, do we need a striker? And that's what every Arsenal fan was coming out. We need a striker. Every time we don't score and we like draw or lose, we need a striker. But you know, I disagree because I think the way we play is fine with like Havertz and he's doing a job. He's getting a good amount of
You
goals.
say we don't need a striker.
but if you get a
I
striker,
mean, it'd be great to have one, but it's just who can we get? I
Okay.
want Isaac.
Muani is available in January.
No, that's a good shout, and I'll tell you why. If you
Yeah?
if you
No,
guys
no.
get a striker, what kind of striker are you going to get? Because
we need Isaac.
no, hold on.
What's the
Wait, let me
profile?
explain.
Yeah.
What's the
Yeah,
profile?
exactly. What's the profile?
I'll
And
show you why.
the
Let me explain. I'm gonna how Arsenal sign players. They like players to be able to play two different positions. Isaac can play on the left.
Yeah, but
he
you
can play
lot,
through the middle.
but you lot need a striker. You're saying.
Yeah, but Isaac, he will be our main
Yeah,
striker.
but you've got
if-
players that can play in different
Isaac's a
positions.
back-
No, but
Bagsman.
Isaac, there you go. He's a bagsman. So, for instance, if we had problems on the left, he can push out on the left, get goals.
How much is it going to cost you lot though?
100 mil, 105,
But why would you-
110.
Worth every penny. That's what you got to pay these
The,
days.
the point that I'm trying to make, the way that you guys play is you suffocate teams. You box teams in a lot of the time. Very, very rarely are you lot playing in transition or in a counter attack. I'll say very rarely, let's say. Okay?
Really?
So yes, you lot
Yeah.
have possession
I
of
mean,
the ball.
not in the. Yeah, I mean, against the
Yeah, we don't
lesser
play-
teams.
No,
yeah.
like, most games you guys have got the ball.
Like 70%.
Yeah,
build
most,
up.
most
We're more
games.
build-up player,
So what I'm
yeah.
saying is, if you're boxing teams in, then you need someone. Look, I'm not saying him, but someone of like a Chris Woods sort of style, where you know that if the ball arrives
he's a
anywhere in the
bagsman
box,
these days, mate.
yeah, if the ball or even Welbs, someone like Welbeck, the ball arrives in the box,
Had him already,
head,
man.
left foot, right foot, yeah, but at the wrong time, maybe.
Yeah, Isaac can do that.
Yeah, but can he though? I don't know. Is he more?
Yeah.
He is quite technical, isn't he?
It's the
And
injury
he's a
record, though.
finisher.
That's the only thing that
Yeah,
worries me.
injury
He's the
rate,
player that I want, but he does struggle.
But this is what I'm saying. So I mean, if you lot go and buy, for example, Gyökeres from Sporting, who you guys have been linked with, I don't think. I mean, I'm not saying
I don't
he
think
could
I know
turn
what
up
you
and
mean.
score, but I don't think he's the right profile of striker that you guys need because
the moment, yeah.
players like that need space to run into. You know what I mean? For their explosion of pace and whatnot. You guys need someone that's sort of just not just a fox in the box, but maybe someone physical, someone that can bully a defender. Havertz can do that a little bit, but I just don't think Havertz is a striker. You know what I mean?
Gyökeres
Like a
can
finisher.
do it. I think Gyökeres can fit that.
You think so?
Yeah.
I prefer Isaac.
Just because he's got pace,
Isaac-
doesn't mean he's someone that relies
Isaac's
on
the
it.
guy
I
for
think
me,
he can
man.
do both.
I don't know.
It's a missing
But
piece.
do you not feel like the best, like to get the best out of him, you need him to show his pace and explosiveness?
No,
do you know what I
there's
mean?
been times, even like recent goals, where he's not had to or had all that, like the City game, for example, where he had all that space to run into, and then I think, well, he missed the chance in the first half. But there's been times recently where his goals haven't come from.
He
that.
can dribble as well. He's skillful as
But
well.
the Premier
Yeah,
League is a different level.
He
No,
can
but he's
be-
skillful.
He
He's
can
been skillful in the
he can
Prem.
header, he can be in the box.
Maybe
He's
I'm
seen
not-
him play on the left.
So then maybe I've not seen enough of him then.
Yeah, watch
Maybe
him
that's
play
what
out on
it
the
is.
left. He's skillful. He cuts in. He pushes.
Yeah,
he's
I
as
just
good
feel
as
like
a baller,
Arsenal
man.
need a different kind of striker. I think you guys need someone physical and a fox in a box level
There's
striker.
not a lot around like that, though.
Yeah,
as
there
well. I
isn't.
see a
There
show.
isn't.
You're
It's
just
tough.
describing Isaac, though.
Maybe it could be the guy for you, but how much is he going to cost? And it is if he does come in and he doesn't score for the first few games and whatnot, pressure starts mounting and
He'll
whatnot.
score, man.
He'll score.
You know
He
what I mean?
scores, mate.
I don't. Go on. Go back to your. Go on. You look 1-2-1. Go on, brag. Go on. Go on. Get
My
out.
time. It's my time.
This section
It's
is
my
called Therapy with Frank.
You love to see it, though. City's demise.
No, I mean,
you love
look,
to see it.
so City have obviously lost Sorry, they've won 1 in 11 games now.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And
who would have thought it?
I thought yesterday was a very, very. The first half was boring. We could say it wasn't a great game, but I feel like again that was Man United's game plan, similar to what we've done against Arsenal: contain, quieten the crowd down, get them nervous, get the players sort of nervous as well, and then sort of hit them in the second half. The goal that they scored in the second half was quite fortunate because De Bruyne has whipped the cross in, it's deflected off Ahmad's foot, and it landed on Gvardiol's head. Poor defending, you could say, but obviously he done well to hit it in. But when it was sort of even towards the end, even though there was only a few minutes left, I could just sense that we're going to get another chance. I just knew that we could still get something out of this game. I didn't expect us to win, but obviously Ahmad's. I mean, he's pounced on Nunez's mistake.
I like Ahmad, man. He's a boy.
Man, that boy. He's the
How
way
old
he
is he?
pounced on 22, 20. No, I think he's 22.
You got a gem there.
Yeah, 21. Yeah, he might be 21 actually, 21, 22. But he's but the whole game, if you saw, I mean, even Gary Neville said, and I totally agree with him. He plays like he's playing in the park. He don't play the occasion. He plays the game. He plays football like he's just playing football. You look at players like Martinelli when he first came onto the scene. That's the way he was playing. Wayne Rooney all those years ago. That's the way he was playing.
No, I don't think Martinelli.
No, but they play with freedom. They've got that enthusiasm. Rashford was the same when he first came onto the scene. I love that sort of lack of care. Just play football. Just press from the front.
Yeah, but
go at it.
that's the best type of players, though.
Yeah,
When you
I
play how
agree.
you
But
play
what
normally,
I want
free.
is I want him to maintain that and maintain that enthusiasm, because obviously when the recognition comes and the expectation comes, then it's a different kind of pressure. But if you're still working, if you're still sort of pressing, if you're still like going 100 miles an hour as much as you can on during the game, whether you're playing wing back, whether you're playing as a 10, the way that he does, you're going to get your chances and you're going to get moments in the game. And he made that first goal because he's gone. He's seen the pass was loose. He's sort of capitalized on it. Cut back. It was such a smart cutback because he knew what he was doing. He knew the foul was coming. Taken out. Bruno's obviously buried the penalty. And that second goal, honestly, is a world-class finish. It's a world-class finish because the ball from Lisandro Martinez, we know that he can do that. He's floated it. I thought it was just too far. But Ahmad's got this, he's deceptively quick, Ahmad. Do you know what I mean? Like he doesn't look as sharp as he is, but he is. He's very, very sharp. That's how we got us 2 goals against Everton as well, closing down. But the way that he's looped the ball over Ederson and tucked it away, it was just, honestly, world-class finish. Unbelievable, talented player. And yesterday was crazy, man. I love that game. That was for the ages, man. Love that game.
Of course you did.
Honestly.
Manchester is red for now. I mean, I love to see it. I love to see the
As
demise.
Liverpool fans, I know you lot enjoyed that.
Do you think, if Haaland came out with an apology for what he said to Arsenal, their form would improve and things would change for them? Ever since he said stay humble. Stay humble, bruv.
Stay humble,
Bang
boy.
out of order there, and you got your comeuppance, mate.
Quickly. So, Liverpool drop points. Jammy Dodgers.
I was actually out. I didn't get to watch the game like I wanted to watch it. But I think the goal.
Watching golf instead.
I was watching.
Do you think red card was a red card? Do you think it was a red card?
Yeah,
it was.
so.
Yeah. But I want to hear what he's got to say.
It's tough for me. So let me talk about the goal first. I think once again it's Robertson's fault, and he's been at fault for a few goals now. Last week I was talking about it. This week again I'm talking about it. In 2 weeks when he's back, I'm probably going to be talking about it. He lost his man at the back post. We need another left back in January if we actually want to push for the title.
Yeah, you said that. Yeah.
The red card, I'm getting swayed by like social media. The Dermot Gallagher and the other, and some people on Sky and stuff, because they're saying Harry Wilson ain't getting to the ball. I kind of agree, Harry Wilson ain't getting to the ball, but he has nicked it to Jimenez. Robertson sort of was last man at the time.
It was 2-on-1. It was 2-on-1.
But he got the shot away. He's got the shot away before the ref blew. Van Dijk ended up clearing it, so I feel like that sort of does change it to a yellow. But I can also see that it is a red card because it was last man. It was a reckless, dumb challenge, and he shouldn't have had to touch that crap in the first place anyway. So good, and he's out of my team now for 2 games. One game. Good.
Do you think you're going to win the league?
Yes, I told you this.
Still.
We're doing the double. I ain't backing down.
There's going to be a lot more twists and turns, and this weekend is a perfect example of,
How many
that.
How many points are Chelsea behind you?
2, but we got a game in hand.
Yeah.
How many points is City behind you? 2, and they've won.
I mean, you're definitely favourites, but Arsenal and City, I believe, and Chelsea are definitely in it, and Arsenal and City are still in it.
I still think Arsenal can do some damage.
City are 100% out of it.
I can't see Arsenal. I can't. I think
I still think Arsenal have got a big say in this title race.
See this season, like I said, I think I said it last episode, our luck's done. You know, like you have seasons where your luck's good.
But we're only, 15, 16
No,
games
but
in?
we've played a lot of hard away games. People forgetting that. The fixtures have been brutal.
Even at home, you're not as like...
We're not good.
No, we're not. No, I agree. We're flat, but like that can change. That can change. Two, 3 results.
I agree.
And then we're firing again. I'm not saying we're looking like we are at the moment, but we're definitely not out of it. And
I mean, I'm stating the obvious here, but obviously the head-to-heads are going to be massive this season as well.
Yeah,
the heads-to-heads will be absolutely massive.
Pull a
this
couple
season.
points off us. And
that
I think
was
you've
annoying.
got one foot in the grave with the title race. I think you're
agree.
lucky we've dropped points because of the Newcastle game's one where it's like, they're a decent team. You can drop points there.
This away at theirs.
Yeah, we were away.
Yeah, that's a tough game.
No, were we home?
No,
we were away.
we were away. Yeah.
The Fulham game is one where we should.
We said that you're a bogey team, didn't we, last week? But you were confident now.
I don't like playing Fulham, but no, but the red card, and we were all over them. After the red card, we were still all over them.
You done well to come back twice, didn't you? You came back from behind twice,
and we had a couple chances close to the end in like the 90th minute and like at a time where we could have actually gone to 3-2, and we did that last season against them. I think 3-2 or 2-1 last one. So we you got lucky with us dropping points there, but I still feel like you've got one foot in the grave.
I agree.
You're going to drop points, or it's more of a certainty that you're going to drop points than us.
That's the way it's looking at the moment for sure.
You're going to be sitting there hoping.
And then Chelsea, obviously, like not playing the Champions League football and able to rest players, massive squad. Yeah. It's fascinating what's going to happen there.
I feel like if Chelsea's biggest issue, which we've discussed on a couple of occasions now, is their goalkeeper, and they need they need at least one more defender. I actually think their fullbacks are decent. Cucurella's very good. Gusto I really like. Yeah, Gusto I really like. I just feel like they need one more centre back to make a big difference, and a goalkeeper. I feel like because their midfield is incredible and their attack is just scoring goals for fun.
They got any money left to do anything? Blimey, man.
You know what? All they need to do is sell 1 or 2 players, and they've got a massive squad. They can sell one of their Europa Conference League players. You know what I mean? Mudryk or someone. Nkunku even I've heard is available potentially. It could be available in January because he's not getting game time.
Rumors you sign him in on loan or something.
No, I don't think they'll.
We've got this
on loan.
business.
I don't think they'll do it because they're getting close to the title. I don't think they'll play with their rivals like that. No, they'd be silly to.
All I know, it's a good time to be a Chelsea fan. No pressure at all. There's no and you couldn't even imagine. No matter how much you know your football, no one could have seen what happened this season. They looked a mess. We were rinsing them at the beginning of the season.
Credit to them, man. Credit to Maresca.
Credit to Maresca. I mean, I thought it was terrible getting rid of Pochettino, but this guy seems like a genius. So fair play to them, man.
We've got to wrap this up now. Time's running out. That was the On The Bench podcast. Please sign the petition. Keep commenting. Keep liking. Subscribe.
Stay humble, eh?
Stay humble, man.
You need to stay
humble. I'm humble,
man.
I'm always humble. That's my character, man. I don't let things get to my head, man. So I'm going to stay humble. But I won't quit this job. Sponsors, brands, holla.
Get in touch.
Yeah, get in touch though, man. And that was On The Bench podcast. Subscribe, like, comment. Like I said before, sign the petition. Follow up the socials as well. Follow up the TikToks. What's your Instagram?
The Half Timers.
Tone with 2 E's, 9-6. Not Tony.
Frankie boy over here is a bit old to use. You know, joking.
He's on LinkedIn.
He's on Facebook 1. First Facebook.
MySpace, isn't it?
Catch Frankie up. What's your MySpace, Frank?
I don't even remember.
Talk to Frank at Man United. I'm really joking. All right, guys, that's On The Bench podcast. Thank you, Simon, as well. Big you up all the time, man. Yeah, love.
Big up the
See
Squibb.
you next week, man. It's peaceful, right?